begin by a quotation. On the 28th of August, 1963, the year I was born, Martin Luther King Jr. made an amazing I have a dream speech. And he said, I quote, "I have a dream that one day every valley shall be engulfed, every hill shall be exalted, every mountain shall come low, every rough place shall be made smooth, every crooked place shall be made straight." This is our hope. This is the faith that I will go back with. And with this faith, we will make sure that we cut out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. And today, as I stand in front of you, as the acting president of MDCT, I too have a dream. And my dream is that one day, all the 14 million Zimbabweans have a better life. My dream is that all the 14.6 million Zimbabweans have food onto their table. My dream is that all the 14.6 million Zimbabweans have a roof above their head. My dream is that all those who are in business are able to do their business and create jobs, so that those who want jobs will get jobs. My dream is that when our children finish school, they'll be able to get a job immediately. My dream is that every Zimbabwean must have good health, good education. Every Zimbabwean must have clean water and sanitation. My dream is that every Zimbabwean must have the full enjoyment of their rights and freedoms. And my dream is a Zimbabwe which is going to be free from corruption, because corruption has destroyed this nation. This is my hope. And with this faith, we will make sure that as Zimbabwe, we also cut out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. Today, I stand in front of you to celebrate 21 years of existence. And I stand in front of you as a proud acting president of MDCT. And I am very proud of our movement. A movement which was born out of the trade union movement in 1999. When this child was born, it started participating in elections when it was 9 months old. This child was not even walking, it was crawling. And this child contested against a man who was 20 years old, a man who could run like Usain Bolt. But this 9-month-old baby who was crawling got 57 seats, and this 20-year-old man got 62 seats, a difference of 5 seats. Can you imagine a baby who is crawling against a 20-year-old man, a baby getting 57 and this one 62, a difference of just 5 seats? This became a clear demonstration that when this child grows up, this child was going to make wonders. This child was going to make miracles. And indeed, 8 years down the line, in 2008, this child made a history. This child, for the first time in the history of Zimbabwe, beat this 20-year-old man. That was history. This child produced a deputy prime minister. This child produced a deputy prime minister. This child produced ministers and deputy ministers. This child produced mayors and deputy mayors. This child became the hope of the whole nation. 40 years ago, to be more precise, on the 18th of April 1980, the Mugabe establishment made a promissory note. And they promised the people of Zimbabwe that every Zimbabwean was going to have a better life. But alas, the sad reality is that they defaulted on that promise. Yes, amen. They then gave Zimbabweans a bad check. They gave Zimbabweans a check which was written insufficient funds. And as MDCT, we categorically refuse that there are insufficient funds in the vaults of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a very rich country. Yes. Zimbabwe has enormous resources. It has gold, it has diamond, it has platinum, it has methane gas, you name it. This is a very rich country. This is the time that we move from the darkness to the sunshine. Yes. This is the time that the people of Zimbabwe are moved from the land from Egypt to Canaan, the promised land where there is milk and honey. Zimbabwe turned 40 years this year. And I would like to equate these 40 years with the 40 years where the children of Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years without food and water, going to the promised land where there was going to be milk and honey. And for the last 40 years as Zimbabweans, we have been wandering in the desert without food and water, going to the promised land. This is the time the government moves the people of Zimbabwe from the land of hunger and poverty to the land of plenty. Zimbabwe is a very rich country, but there is absolutely nothing to show that we're a rich country. Because when I look at all of us right now, I'm supposed to be seeing gold and diamond glittering in all our eyes. Yes. But what is it that I'm seeing right now? I'm seeing hunger and poverty glittering in all our eyes. This is Zimbabwe. This is the time for the government to move the children of Zimbabwe from the land of hunger to the promised land, where there is milk and honey. We tested that milk and honey during the inclusive government. During the inclusive government, shops had been closed, hospitals had been closed, schools had been closed. But once Sarah stepped in, there was dollar for two. All these institutions opened. People enjoyed life. People had a better life. And I'd like to call upon President Mnangagwa to say the people of Zimbabwe are saying, can you please take them back to the good old days where they had a better life? I want to call upon President Mnangagwa to say the people of Zimbabwe are yearning, they are crying. Can you please listen to the cries of the people of Zimbabwe? The people of Zimbabwe are asking for food. The people of Zimbabwe are asking for jobs. They are asking for clean water and sanitation. They are asking for good health. They are asking for good education. The people of Zimbabwe are asking so that they start enjoying the rights and freedoms in this country. The people of Zimbabwe are just yearning for a better life. And Mr. President, can you please satisfy the needs of the people by making sure that you give every Zimbabwean basic necessities, all the basics that they need. That is all they are crying for. That is all they are crying for. Please, Mr. President, can you listen to the yearning Zimbabweans? Please listen to them and give them what they are asking for. I would like to thank those people who made us what we are today. Those people who gave birth to this party called MDC. And I would like to thank our mother first. And our mother is the Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Unions. Our mother who gave birth to us on the 11th of September 1999. Hence why today we are celebrating 21 years of existence. I'd like to thank our mother because our mother taught us about constitutionalism. Our mother said, you must always respect your own constitution so that you are able to respect the country's constitution when you become government. Our mother said, you must always respect democratic principles. In whatever you do, make sure that you follow democratic principles because democracy must be your core value. Our mother taught us that non-discrimination is a no-no. Our mother said, don't discriminate people based on gender, based on tribe, based on race, based on religion. It's a no-no. Our mother taught us that non-violence is a no-no. Don't use violence for political expediency. Don't use violence to get any political power. This is what our mother taught us. And I would like to thank our mother very much for giving us those values and principles of the party. I would also like to thank the National Constitutional Assembly. They taught us constitutionalism. And I would like to thank in particular Professor Love Momatuku, who was a member of the NCA and also was one of those people who wrote our constitution. And he went on to defend our constitution during the Mashavire case, and he won. This is why we are here today, because of him. And it's important that we thank him.